Nice.
Love you too.
Vanessa?
Aw, Vanessa Kelly dropping by the comment section to say she loves us. I mean, do you like love us, or, you know, like capital L love? Is this a thing? Are we together? I'm getting nervous. I don't want to.
What is that? Define the relationship?
Yeah.
DFR?
They're defining it in the relationship section here, the comments.
That's scary.
Kathleen says, good morning from Prescott. Sup, Prescott? Paul Gerke, Jimmy Q, Vanessa Ramirez. What you got the jacket on for?
A little chilly in here.
Yeah, a little nippy.
I like it. Feels real comfortable. You ever have one of those jackets that's like an old friend?
Oh, yeah.
Just feels good.
Slide
This
right
is
in.
so broken. This jacket was so stiff when I got it. It was like they dipped it in starch, and now it's all just.
How
like
long have you had it?
It's a warm friend. Since about 2014, maybe.
And it's never been washed, right?
Yeah.
I believe it.
Well, possibly.
Maybe.
I'll double check. Can you wash these?
I'd have to see the care instructions. That's not what we're talking about this morning. Rita says you guys rock, and we appreciate that. You rock too. And we're going to rely on you, the people watching right now, to do something for us. If you missed the show yesterday, we launched the Dessert Bracket Challenge. 32 sweet treats all in one place. We set up the matchups. You people at home decide which dessert advances. And we're doing one special on the after show every single day. You see the poll right here at the bottom. Chocolate chip cookies versus Jell-O. Chocolate chip cookies, the 1 seed in the classic bracket. Jell-O, the 8. Right now, chocolate chip cookies leading the way, but you need to vote. Either do so in the comment section or the poll you see on your Facebook page or 12news.com/yourvoice. Jimmy, who you got?
Do it. Chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, all the way.
Yeah.
I'm with
You know what I
you.
want? I just thought of something. I got to do a little mini tangent. We need a candy bar bracket. That'd be good.
Put that
down
in
the
the
road.
idea bank.
Put it in
Yeah.
the bank. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
Snickers.
go back to that.
Snickers? That's your
Snickers
number
would
one?
have to be on
Used
there.
to be mine. I've switched.
Who you got?
Switch?
I'm a payday man.
No, really?
Yeah, that caramel, the nougat.
I do
with-
like
with the-
paydays as well.
Eat it with a fork and knife?
Oh yeah.
What about Almond Joy?
Mound's got nuts. Joy don't. Almond Joy's
Is that a
got
common
nuts.
expression? I'm just not familiar
Yeah.
with.
Yeah, it was from a commercial
Okay,
back in the
okay,
70s.
that makes a lot
They
more
used to
sense.
say Almond Joy's got nuts. Mounds don't. Because it was a.
There's 2 of them.
Yeah, it was 2 of them.
Is Jimmy making this up? If you've heard this song before, get in the comment section and show him some love. Producer Jeff says he's not making it up.
Almond Joy's got nuts. Mounds don't. That was pretty good.
All right, guys, we have another thing we're talking about on the show today.
What
It's not
else?
just desserts and songs that Jimmy heard 40 years ago.
Lacey said payday rocks.
Paydays are okay, I guess. I'm a Butterfinger guy. Or maybe $100 grand. That's what I would...
Figures.
Okay, wait. So, sorry, that we're
Butterfinger.
going all over the place, but Butterfingers are great, but they get stuck in your teeth.
Yeah.
That's
So
the
do milk
annoying
does.
part.
That's why I don't
It's
mess with milk.
How about a Baby Ruth?
Yeah?
Oh, that's
No,
good
that-
too. That's kind of the same to get stuck in
I
your
wouldn't
teeth.
crack my top 10, Baby Ruth.
Okay.
I don't know. But again, we're talking about something else. The weirdest job you've ever held or applied for. So hop in the comment section and deliver those. You may have noticed not everyone's talking about candy and sweets. They're just saying things like cleaning phone booths. That might seem out of place, but not in the context of this discussion. Weirdest job you've ever had or held. There are some funny ones in here already. Valerie working night shift at a pizza factory. Weighing and packaging spice.
Did
That's
you
a
read
weird
it? The
one.
other Valerie's
No,
vaccinating
what was that?
hundreds of newly hatched chicks?
What? How do you vaccinate a newly hatched chick?
They probably make all those little noises, and then you feel bad when you do it, and they're like, "Ah."
I imagine you have to be very gentle with a baby
Yeah.
bird.
Oh, big time. I know a crazy one, but I can't say it on TV.
Oh, come on. This isn't TV. This is the
Internet.
internet. You can say it. Whisper it to me.
Oh, Rusko has had to get
Oh.
artificially.
Oh. You know, sometimes when two people love each other very much, they
Is this the Birds and the Bees story?
they'll procreate. That doesn't usually work like this. You can see I've never done it before.
Yes.
Sometimes animals need a little assistance becoming
Are we going?
impregnated, and
going there right now?
someone will have to artificially make that happen.
Yeah.
That's a weird job. I would say that's a weird job. That's one where you go home to the wife and you put your feet up on the table and be like, honey, you won't believe the horrors that I saw today.
I was asking this lady that was helping my dog. And,
Helping.
and I-
Help. She's a helper. A dog helper. That's a good
I
word for
asked her, what do you get paid? And so I could cut her off and say, because it's not enough.
it. And then she was like, $300,000 a year. And you were like, that. Whoa. And actually, you're very well
You're taking
compensated.
applications?
You guys are crazy. Wait,
How
we
can I
have so
apply?
many different
All
comments.
right, handle the
the
comments.
way
Get in
down
there.
from like to the Jellos,
What
to
you
the
got?
cookies, to the
What
candy
you got?
bars, to the jobs. Okay, so
Oh, wow,
Bob
we do have a
said Jello. He's going with Jello when we were talking about if it's Jello or chocolate chip cookies. David is talking about the candy bars. Almond Joy go nuts, Mounds don't. Good old commercial day. So he remembers.
Oh,
Jimmy's
David's got your
commercial.
back, Jimmy.
Brian's going back to the cookies. He's
Yeah.
saying the best chocolate chip. I make the best chocolate chip cookies.
Okay, what are the best chocolate chip cookies? Let's establish that. Because for me, it's undercooked. I want them soft and falling apart.
Oh, okay.
Like falling apart soft.
I like them
don't.
both ways. I like them falling apart soft, but I like them hard as a pucks with milk.
Why would you like them hard as a puck?
With milk.
No.
You dip them.
It's a Dunkin' thing.
Then you dunk them and they soften up and then
You only
Cue the cookie file
Dip
video.
Oreos.
Oh, yeah.
You can dunk chocolate chip cookies.
Those
I
don't
like
have
them
enough
kind of
baking
soft
soda.
too.
You can dunk anything. You can milk anything, Parker.
Nice and warm.
That was a movie quote. Jimmy did not just say the F word. Don't fire him. for that.
Lane Ginsburg says, whatchamacallit, going back to the candy bars. We have lots of comments all over the place.
Good morning to my grandma watching this morning. My
Hi,
grandma makes
Grandma.
some pretty mean chocolate chip cookies. She also makes some mean cheesecake. The cheesecake advanced on the other side of the dessert bracket this morning. Grandma would be happy about that.
Okay, back to the jobs.
Yeah.
David said locksmith at a max security prison. Didn't we have that earlier
He
this morning?
texted in. David and Quartzsite text the show quite a bit. We appreciate you, David. That is a weird job for sure. Did you see Austin's?
Oh.
Austin says pigeon trapping and executing. I hate it, but it pays the bills. Holy cow.
Someone's got to do it.
Little Harry Carey there.
Those
Holy
birds-
cow.
Those birds procreate.
Oh.
On the show this morning, we were talking about another weird job I'll get to in just a minute.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Franny said, working at Revlon where all the perfume came down the line together made me ill. Still makes me ill if I smell Revlon perfume. Could you imagine? Like, you know that job you have? Like, let's say you worked at a pizza
Yeah.
joint or something, and then every time you smell that pizza, you're like, ooh.
Get a little nauseous.
Yeah.
That's not the only perfumist here. Brianna says selling knockoff perfume in parking lots. You had to sell the bottle at $20. If you sold it for over $20, you keep the excess. Totally not a legit job, she says.
No.
Does seem sketchy. What were you going to say?
A friend of mine, she's a taste tester, and it's her mom is a taste tester at Nabisco. Literally gets paid to taste food from Nabisco.
Really?
All of
Wow.
So say they have Oreos or whatever Nabisco makes.
I
Well,
believe
they'll
they
say,
do
hey,
make
we're
Oreos.
trying to switch to a more healthy blend. We want to go with canola oil, olive oil, all the different oils.
Okay.
So they make them all in the different oils, and they have to taste them and they rate them, and it's a very scientific chart. But the good news is she always came home with tons of cookies and stuff for us.
First of all, I want to know
Bags
how
full.
much that job gets paid, and can I sign up for
Yeah.
They
it?
did well, sent their kid to Brown University.
Okay, I want to go.
So there's a whole bunch of other weird jobs we're going to get to in just a minute, but I wanted to bring up one that we brought to you on the show this morning. It was a toad removal company in Florida. Apparently there were like thousands of poisonous toads that are just like flooding a community
Really?
looking for food.
I can see that.
Like all over driveways and houses, and there's like a legit
They were little,
toad.
too.
Yeah, they were tiny. But there's like a toad removal company that has to go get them out of there. It was like, called like Toad Busters. What a ridiculous job.
Toadbusters?
That's not even ridiculous by Florida standards, though. Walk with me, Mike. I want to show you guys something. This thing is trending on social media right now. I don't know if you've seen it yet. I saw this last night, late at night, when I was watching college basketball. What you do is you take the day you were born and the words Florida man, and you put them in Google, and then you tweet out whatever the first search result hit is. Oftentimes, it's some crazy story about some Floridian or another. Go give it a try right now and post it in the comment section. Your birthday and Florida man. Let's take a look at some of the funny ones. Florida suspect 22 allegedly attacked mother with sausages. Sorry, Mom. Florida man arrested after punching ATM for giving him too much money. I would not punch the ATM for that, for the record. I would just go back to that ATM more frequently. Orlando, Florida man attacked by a crazy squirrel gone nuts, and it was raised by a neighbor. Naked Florida man bikes backwards on Miami highway. The hits just keep on coming. Florida man arrested for assaulting his roommate with pizza. Is that really assault? Florida man arrested for drunk dialing 911 when he wanted vodka. Uh-oh. That's probably a mistake. There's a few other good ones in here. Florida man makes beer run with gator in hand.
You can knock people out with their tail. Move
Florida
out the
man
way.
caught searching for threatened gopher tortoises to eat. What is wrong with these people? Florida man caught shoplifting during job interview at Kohl's. Give this a try, guys. Let us know if you get any good results. And
Explain it
read
again.
for
How do you do it?
How do you do it now?
Florida man and the day you were born.
On Twitter?
Into Google.
Into Google.
So when I Google Florida man August 21st, which is my birthday, the first result that comes up is Florida man impersonates middle schooler to join youth football team.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
These are
I
pretty
need to
funny.
try it.
I worked in Florida. I did news in Florida. It is this crazy.
Really?
It really is. I used to work in the sports department down there, so we'd have 2.5 or 3 minutes for every sportscast we did. And I can't tell you how many times I'd get to work and someone would pop in my office and be like, we got to take some time from you because we got Crazy Story X, you name it, a helicopter full of nuns went down in the swamp, and you're just like, what? Just every single day is something weird. I don't know.
I didn't try it. No, I didn't try it.
Tampa was like the coolest city ever, and then it still is. But the more like miles you go away from the coast, the more bizarre it gets.
It's weirder.
Yeah, really weird. Middle part, it's like the deep south.
Yeah.
So I think the outskirts of Florida, the coastal areas,
are still plenty weird, but just not like the interior of the state.
Now, is Florida the South?
That's a good question. I would say that Florida is not the South. Florida is an entity all to itself.
Okay.
Like, Florida is just like another planet.
All right.
Texas is kind of like that in a way. I wouldn't describe Texas as the South necessarily, although there are parts of Texas that are very southern by definition. I would think being a Texan means something else,
Yeah, Oklahoma, they like to say they're from the South because it's south of the Mason-Dixon line.
Yeah.
They're in the Midwest.
I don't know. I'm no geographer.
Yeah,
we got more weird animal news to get to in the after show. Let's check out our ICYMI in case you missed this on Today in AZ. The next time you stop by Petco and want to give their all pets on leashes policy a try, you should try this. You hear this only in Florida often. This is only in Texas. A man decided to put Petco's all leashed pets are welcome policy to the test by bringing in his 1,000+ pound African Watusi into the store. Well, that's a big boy. Who needs a cart? You can just load that thing up, right?
That gives me, does that just make you nervous looking at that?
To Petco's credit, they didn't disappoint. They welcomed in the steer with open arms.
Oh.
His name is Oliver. He even posed with some pictures with some fans inside the store.
Oliver.
As long as he didn't go into the China shop section.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, I can just imagine I'm picking up Mia from getting groomed, right? And we turn around and all of a sudden we're like, oh, hey!
What is this bull?
I love how even Oliver knows how gigantic he is because he turns.
Coming through,
Yeah, there
it's
we
like a
go.
dog trying to squeeze a huge stick through like a little gate. Going sideways. What would you do if you saw that in the Petco?
I've seen them going to the zoo. I'll do stories out there. They say the horns are to cool it, to help keep it cool. It's like a cooling mechanism because all the blood vessels that go through there. Just like elephants, African elephants with the giant ears. The big ears are to help cool it.
Yeah.
Not only to fan it, but just the blood vessels.
I didn't know that.
So
I wonder if somebody tried getting on top of him and riding him.
I mean, that's a mistake probably. It's a good way to get gored in the store.
Yeah. I came
crazy.
close to touching an elk once up in Payson. It was like this far, but I'm like, what happens in the middle of nowhere? This thing could run me down.
Right.
So I just stopped.
I'm just imagining like almost like a romantic scene from a movie where you're just like reaching out to the elk and then stopping just short and being like, I mustn't touch.
They make eye contact.
I saw this visual of the thing just stomping me.
Yeah. What are you touching me for, man?
Paul laughing his butt off up on a rock, videotaping everything. This is going to go viral. This is hilarious.
So is this how it works? I Googled the Florida one.
Yeah, Florida man, May 10th. What'd you get?
Indictment. Florida man missing 17 years, killed by wife, best friend in insurance fraud scheme.
Okay, what else did come up?
Oh my gosh. So am I supposed to click on these multiple
But
things?
Florida man and your birthday. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
There's a
look.
good one. Why don't you read that top one?
No way. This one, a Florida man drinks 20 beers, attempts to get children
To touch something. The headline stops there.
gosh.
Who knows what the Florida man was trying to get the children to touch? I don't want to find out.
And this is just the same guy doing these things again and again?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
It could be one specific Florida man just doing all this crazy stuff. I think it's multiple Florida men. No.
I
There's
was
actually
worried.
a Twitter account designated to Florida stories, and it's called like Florida Man, and it's just like a litany of like bizarre news stories.
Yeah, it's like this 49 crazy headlines that could only be created by a Florida man.
There you go. And the Florida men all look vaguely similar. Like when you close your eyes, people, and you picture, what does a Florida man look like?
Like the Cro-Magnon.
He looks
Kinda
he looks
the
exactly the
Neanderthal.
way you're picturing
It's the
Look at-
Florida man. They
Florida
stand
man
upright.
attempts to smoke crack in ICU, almost burns down the hospital.
There you go.
On your birthday.
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh! Florida man flashes buttocks at IHOP after impersonating a police officer to get free food.
You got it.
Very Florida
you got
man
her
thing to
hooked.
do. All right, we got a bunch of other Florida man comments here in the comment section. We got to get to some of these real quick. By the way, if you haven't voted in our dessert poll, it's about to close in just a few minutes. So you got to decide if chocolate chip cookies or Jell-O is moving on in the dessert bracket.
Oh,
right now,
things
chocolate
changed.
Just got a
chip
few
cookies,
minutes. Come on, folks.
59%. The cookies are about to move
Jell-O
on.
needs
unless
some
you Jell-O
love.
fans
There's
do
got to be
something
some
about
people out there with dentures that just can
Someone
appreciate
in our
Jell-O.
comments said that they love Jell-O with whipped cream. Whipped cream. cream.
I like Jell-O with vodka in it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jell-O shot in the hot
I
minute.
had one last weekend.
Jell-O shots.
Yes.
The best is with Everclear because it doesn't do anything for me with the vodka.
Yeah.
I can't even taste it.
Everclear?
Yeah,
That's
they
how you
put
used to make
Everclear.
jungle juice back in the day. Did you ever
Oh.
make jungle juice?
We made jungle juice as a kid, and that
Yeah.
was like whatever cheap vodka you pop off or whatever you could find. 5 o'clock was the cheap one back in Michigan. 5
I
o'clock.
never even heard
5
of
o'clock vodka
Yeah.
was $5 a fifth. For $5, you get a fifth of the stuff. And you'd have to mix it with something because it was
it's
basically
awful.
just like paint thinner, you know?
My mom said at my dad's college fraternity in the 50s. This is
Yeah.
in the 50s. They went, and this is in New Mexico Tech in New Mexico. Everyone brings a bottle of something,
Yeah.
of anything, and they pour it all in a punch bowl.
Yep,
And they
that's
all
what-
drink it.
that's jungle
Could be
juice.
wine, beer,
Yeah.
vodka.
And you put in, like,
Nope,
fruit juices
Nope,
and
jungle juice is
punch and
different.
stuff.
Jungle juice is made specifically with either vodka or
Everclear.
Everclear. Everclear is the
Everclear
best.
was the popular.
Because Everclear's cheap. You can get it-
Right.
So, anyway.
Oh, Charleston went back to Jell-O. Jell-O, whipped cream, and walnuts.
Now you're
I take
doctoring
chocolate
it
chip
up.
cookies, though. Ryan has a good Florida man one. He says, man facing felony rap for stealing a spoon from Walmart because he wanted to eat his Captain Crunch.
These are crazy.
Any other good Florida man stories in here, Producer Jeff, that you saw? I'm trying to scroll through and find a bunch of them. In the meantime, we got some more weird jobs, too.
Yeah,
Nancy.
lots of them. Okay, well, someone's been working at Amazon. That doesn't seem that weird.
Well, I imagine that's a little weird. That's a tough job.
Depends, I guess, what's coming down the line, right? If you're like,
Yeah, Barbara
I
said
know.
she was training to assist in an animal hospital, did some dog grooming, but almost passed out when she observed the neutering of a cat. Apparently, that's pretty horrific.
Lisa
I
said
think the neutering of
painting,
anything's pretty horrific. Thank you.
painting propane tanks in Michigan. Lots of wildlife encounters.
Ooh, what kind of wildlife did you find out there, Lisa?
Yeah.
Sheboygan's beautiful. Gorgeous country out
Sheboygan.
there.
I didn't know how to say
Is that by Oshkosh?
Sheboygan.
Oshkosh? I'm not sure what
Ah,
Oshkosh is.
Kisses Rachel says, dusting off used ink cartridges, I would go home looking like a mechanic.
Oh, geez. What was that, Producer Jeff? Sorry, I didn't catch it. Oh, Ryan. We just read the Ryan one on air. Any other good Florida man stories you see, get them to us because we're going to close this up in
I
just a
bet you
second.
could do Michigan Man too.
I bet you
There's
could.
a lot of that.
Tasha says ironing old women's shirts. Not good at it. Never asked to do it.
George Smith said delivering newspapers.
Oh, Linda's,
was like
Linda's weird job.
back in the day.
Pineapple factory in Hawaii. Overnight shift. Not fun. Hated it. Didn't last long.
I unloaded box cars for Haley's sanitary supply.
Really?
Yeah. And man, when you got a case of Comet, that weighed a lot. You wanted the big old tissue and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, cleaning
Lots of
supplies.
thousands.
Gary says machining hard plastic contact lenses. Proofreading blueprints for motherboards in a company that was later found to be a sweatshop, says Jay. Oh, jeez. Selling pure romance, says Brenda. Wink, nod, bedroom toys that she was selling there.
Well, I guess you guys haven't been, but you
can tell us about bedroom toys.
They have parties, where all the women.
Go on.
The bedroom toy parties, they're called.
Yeah, and it's for like that pure romance.
What
and
kind of
it's
toys?
I'm just a variety of
specific?
toys.
Did you ever have any weird jobs?
No, not really. My first job was working. I was like for community, for teenagers, right? For community efforts or whatever. And it
Yeah.
was like we had to go to. Back then, it was called Cricket Pavilion.
Okay.
But now it's called what's it called Auction.
The auction pavilion? Yeah.
Yeah, and so after concerts, we'd have to go and clean up the grounds. So it was like kind of weird, but so sometimes it was cool because we'd find money.
Yeah, what's the weirdest thing you ever found?
Well, there's all kinds of stuff out there.
Any bedroom toys?
Stuff that
Maybe.
you use to prevent
Oh.
making babies.
Rubs, they're called.
Oh, yeah. So there was
No
like,
glove, no love.
so it was,
Prophylactics?
That's a scientific term.
it was cool when we found money, but it was kind of crazy because you would just see so many different things out there. And
Yeah.
I'm like, this is happening at a concert. Like, people are out there at
Yeah.
this concert. All this stuff's flying out of their pockets. And what's really going on back there in the lawn?
All sorts of fun stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
Carol says she sold vacuum cleaners and sewing machines door to door in Winslow. That's hard work, Carol. Like being a door-to-door salesman, that's a tough gig because you get people like Jimmy and I that are like slamming the door.
Oh, don't ever come to my door, ever. Ever. I don't care if you hear a loud thud and 3 days later there's a smell so bad you got to put a hanky around your nose. Don't ever knock
Don't
on
you
my
go
door.
check on Jimmy.
Raymond said, Montgomery, Alabama, chicken house, peeled skin off chicken.
Ugh. That's tough, man. I could never deal with like anything that involves like killing or dismembering.
I'm watching Sunshine
Animals.
Cleaners now,
Yeah.
and that's it's about cleaning up dead people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
How
you
about
watching?
that?
At home.
Is it on the? No, I mean like is it on the flicks? Okay,
Yeah, Netflix. Yeah.
What,
It's
like
a great
that?
movie.
At home on the couch? What do you mean where am I
The
watching?
people that
Adams.
work in the mortuaries.
Oh, I like Amy
That's
Adams.
got to be an odd job, right?
Oh, right.
Creepy. I know people that have gone to school for that as being a mortician.
One more weird job from Lori. Flossie's funnel cake, sweating over vats of boiling oil. I got fired because I didn't smile while working. Ardell, an assistant to an entertainment hypnotist on stage. Okay, let me ask you, Ardell,
Where they
real
put
fast
the-
while we got you. Was it real? Were these people really being hypnotized, or were they all plants? I need you to peel back the veil for us here and
Yes, let us know. Hurry
if that
up,
was the
because we're
real
going off
deal.
the air right now.
Or the tricks when they put the sword in the throat. Like, does it really go around it?
Yeah. Well,
Well,
obviously
it doesn't
not.
go through the throat, obviously.
Well, like, does it disappear? Like, a part of that moves
No,
out of
there's
the
not,
way?
it's an illusion.
While you guys debate how magic works, walk with me, Steadicam Michael. It's time.
Hey, the games.
Chocolate chip cookies are advancing. The margin is too great for them to overcome in the final minute of the show. Another 1 seed.
No.
Moving on.
There's still a chance.
Nope. Chocolate. I spelled chocolate wrong yesterday.
Wait, there's
I'm
the
not gonna
buzzer.
do it this time.
Game's up.
Chocolate chip cookies. Okay, so the idiot that made this bracket
You.
did it wrong. So here's part of the problem. The 1 seeds are theoretically going to face the 2 seeds in the second round. For that, I apologize. It was not as expertly created as our Today in AZ actual bracket challenge, but it's desserts. So do we really care? Right now, the only 4 to advance. Ice cream, the 1 seed in the frozen section. Chocolate chip cookies from the classics region. Cheesecake, the 1 seed out of cakes and pies. And the one upset we've seen so far, chocolate lava cake, toppling tiramisu yesterday on Today in AZ. So tomorrow on Today in AZ and the Today in AZ after show, we've got 2 more fresh matchups. Cannoli versus macarons in the fancy bracket, and milkshakes versus sherbet in the frozen aisle. Start thinking about it. Who you got, people?
I got milkshakes.
I think
Go with the 2
milkshakes,
seed.
well, they do bring all the boys to the yard.
Yes, they do.
I like cannoli.
And
A nice
macarons.
macaron is all right, though.
Macaroons.
Dang, those are great. That's
Yeah,
what-
those
are
like
big
the rainbow
coconut,
colored
those coconut cookie things.
Yeah. They don't have to have coconut, but yeah. Well, macaroons and
What's a
macarons
macaroon?
are
Yeah.
Oh.
It's 2 different desserts.
They're sandwiches, like
yeah,
little
the little
sandwiches.
sandwich cookies.
And
The
they're
ones
like
that look
pink.
like fancy Oreos.
Yeah, they're like pink, purple, green.
They come in all different colors.
Yeah, like Napoleon color.
Yeah, the other ones are more like biscuits. Like
Okay.
a macaroon is a biscuit. These are macarons.
I'm getting hungry.
We're getting fancy this morning. Hey guys, I just want to say real quick, thank you so much for all the fun comments this morning. You were super interactive with us, and that makes this show a lot easier and a lot more fun to do. So props to all the Today in AZ viewers. Any last thoughts before we bid them adieu?
No. Thank you guys for tuning in, hanging out. Look at all
Weekend's
these
almost
comments.
here.
Oh, for those of you worried about the hypnotists, Ardell says some of them were very real, and they were definitely hypnotized.
Really?
I think we're making some connections here. People working at the same time at the same place.
Huh, we're making love happen.
Yeah.
Nice.
You good people.
That's what it's all about.
We'll see you at 7:30 tomorrow.
Connecting people with love.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do.